What can advisors do to stand out? How do you define your alpha and ultimately help it to blossom so that you can really be different in a really crowded field? Joined today by Rianka Dorsainvil to discuss just that. Rianka, how you doing?
Oh, Matt, it is so good to see you. It is so good to see you. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So my big question is alpha. What is it? What do advisors need to ultimately define their alpha?
Yeah. Most advisors will probably lead with investments as far as defining alpha, right? That's the typical definition of alpha. How we like to differentiate ourselves when it comes to alpha is leading with education, understanding that we cannot anchor our value in something we can't control. And what can we not control? The market. Right. The market is doing so much right now, especially in 2022, right? Between January and now June, the market has gone up and down, and we haven't got one call from a client. And you know why, Matt? It's because we lead with education as well. So we make sure that clients are very well educated and very well versed when it comes to investments, so that when there's a lot of noise in the news, a lot of noise in the market, they know that how does this apply to me? And they're able to just differentiate, the news and say, how is this applicable to me? And, this is just noise. I can ignore it.
So it's so interesting because there's so many options out there. There's so many choices. And when they think of advice and advisors, they probably throw you in with the CPA and the estate planning attorney. And what can an advisor do to stand out and, from this, sea of sameness?
Yeah, I think what advisors can do, especially in the sea of sameness, is make sure that they're leading with their authentic self, leading with who they are, because no one is you, and that is your power. There is no one that's like you, Matt. There is no one that's like me. And so I make sure that I do not kind of suffocate my personality, And Matt, you know me, I'm very bubbly and happy, and this is who I bring to the client meetings as well. And when life is happening, I don't hide that. I don't shield that from clients, because clients need to understand that we're not robots.
Right.
Like, life happens to us as well. And so when life is happening to us, and I think what we all can understand over the past 2 years is that we all need grace.
You do need grace.
We all need grace, right? And so what differentiates us is that we lead with education, we lead with compassion, we lead with showing up as our true self.
Now, you have an amazing partner. Lizetta Rainey Braxton is one of my favorite people in this industry.
Yeah.
And you have such a unique partnership because you bring out the best in one another. Tell me a little bit about how that power is made more than 1 + 1 = 2 here with your great firm.
Ooh, so Matt, now this is not us who said this. This was something said by one of the industry leaders, is that bringing Lizetta and myself together was a juggernaut move. And, I was like, okay, I like that. Because yes, we are two powerhouses, right? But bringing us together, one light is not dimming, right? We are both shining so brightly, and we can feel it. What's so important about our partnership, and we've actually did a podcast on this on 2050 Trailblazers, is about the power of partnership and understanding that we are now both living in our respective greatness, right? Because it's the human capital. This is something that we want to bring out in our employees, right? Understanding that when we hire a financial advisor to come on to our firm, there is a standard set of expectations, right? It's standard that you are going to know how to read estate documents. It's standard that you know how to review tax documents, right? But what's not is being who you are, right? Let's bring out your true alpha. What makes you happy? What makes your light shine brightly? And that's what we've done for each other. Lizetta has strengths. I have strengths. And we wear those hats when appropriate. And bringing us together, it's been a very powerful partnership.
Live in your respective greatness. If there's a line from this conference I'm stealing and going to use a whole bunch, is how do we get the people around us to ultimately live in their respective greatness? Is it hard at times to, obviously when we hire somebody, we know what makes them great. It's why we hire them.
Right.
But is it hard to get them to kind of respond and to be empowered by that?
Yeah, honestly, Matt, it has been a unlearning experience that our employees have had to do, because they have been used to living in a box. And I think corporate America America, unfortunately, has taught us to live within this box. It has taught us to live within our title. Like, oh, you're a financial planner. You're not supposed to love real estate. You're a financial planner. You're not supposed to love marketing or social media. But what we're doing is actually hindering our team members for living in their greatness. Why don't we tap into that? Tap into the human capital. Tap into what makes them them. And you know who wins at the end of the day, Matt? Our clients. Because our clients are now getting the best version of our team.
Get us at our best, live in our greatness, great things happen. Rianka, so great to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hey, for Edge TV, I'm Matt Ackerman.